So let's now proceed to the some key provisions of RA number 7610 related to rape by minors. So first is the child prostitution and other sexual abuse. So in this provision, it prohibits involving children in prostitution or yung ginagamit sila for sexual purposes, including yung pornography or yung pinipilit sila para mag-perform ng sexual act. So ang mga bata ay hindi dapat gamitin or exploited for sexual activities, whether para sa pera, favors, or any other benefit. So ang example nito is halimbawa, yung isang lalaki, binayaran na yung 14 years old na bata to have sexual relation sa kanya or with him. So, itong actions na ito, it is considered na child prostitution and sexual abuse. And it is punishable under this RA number 7610. So, another example is yung when someone forces or convinces a child to appear in kumbaga yung mga sexual photos or videos. So, ito siya is illegal to siya. So, lumalabag or nilalabag niya din itong Republic Act na to. So, next is child trafficking. So, in the RA number 7610, it also addresses child trafficking, kung saan ini-involve or involve yung pag-recruit, transport, or keeping a child for exploitation, especially for sexual exploitation. Kung this means na ang matututunan natin dito is yung mga bata is hindi dapat sila ma-move or ibenta kung saan-saan or kung kahit anumang sino man may gusto dyan na ibenta sila or makontrol for illegal purposes. So, ang example nito is halimbawa, may isang recruiter na nag-promise sa isang 15 years old na magkaroon ng trabaho sa ibang bansa. Pero instead na trabaho talaga or maayos na trabaho yung makuha niya, finorce na yung bata na makapag-work sa nightclub, sa mga club, ganyan, where she is sexually exploited. So, this situation is considered to siya as child trafficking. So, next is child abuse. So, common to siya na nakikita natin. So, this law defines child abuse as any act kung saan nakukos ng physical, emotional, psychological, or sexual harm sa mga bata. It also includes yung neglect, where the child basic needs are hindi properly nabibigay. So, ang example nito is yung parents constantly na pinapalo or binubugbog yung bata na nakukos sa bata para magkaroon ng maraming injuries. And nasasaktan din yung bata at the same time. So, next naman is yung isang guardian, in-insult niya yung, or she or he humiliates yung bata na nakukos yun ng, para magkaroon siya ng problem mentally or mag-cause yun ng emotional trauma. Next naman is, halimbawa, yung isang caregiver fails to provide yung basic needs like yung food, care, or protection, leading na magkaroon ng neglect doon. So, lahat ng situation na yun na example ko is form yun siya ng child abuse under the Republic Act number 7610. So, next naman is, yung pang-apat is reporting and intervention. So, RA number 7610 is nagre-require that cases of a child abuse must be reported to in the proper authorities so the child can be protected. So, dapat magkaroon ng interventions yung sa mga bata na naka-experience ng child abuse kasi talagang malaking apekto yun, lalo-lalo na is bata pa sila. So, yung mga government agencies such as yung Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD, yung mga police, ganyan, local government units, must investigate yung mga cases or na child abuse para makaprovide ng protection, ng maproteksyonan yung mga bata and para ma-assist ng maayos yung bata. So, halimbawa, example nito is yung teacher. So, nakikita niya na may mga pasa-pasa or bruises yung isang estudyante niya, which is isa yung signs ng abuse. So, kapag makita yun ng teacher is dapat pa din niyang i-report yun sa DSWD or sa police para kumbaga may proper investigation na mangyari and para masuportahan and maproteksyonan din yung bata laban sa nangyayari sa kanyang abuse. So, lastly is the child rights and welfare. So, the RA number 7610 emphasizes that yung bata have the rights that must be protected. lahat tayo may mga karapatan. So as well as yung mga bata. So this includes the right to safety, education, healthcare, and proper development. So ini-ensure niya to, sinisigurado na yung mga bata o yung mga victims sa mga bata receive medical care, psychological counseling, yung mga nakaka-experience ng stress or emotional trauma, ganyan, and social services para matulungan sila na makarecover laban sa na-experience nilang abuses. So, example, may isang bata na victim ng sexual abuse, ganyan. So, the child is pwede siyang makareceive ng medical treatment or counseling and protection services from social workers and government agency para masigurado talaga na maging maayos o makarecover yung bata or ma-lessen man lang yung nararamdaman niyang sakit or hirap laban dun sa na-experience niya. So, makikita natin na sa RA 7610 is talaga namang pinoprotektahan niya yung mga bata na nakaka-experience ng abuse, exploitation, and violence. So, it ensure na yung mga victim is makareceive ng proper care, support, and protection while holding yung mga offenders accountable for their actions. So, dapat, kumbaga, maging accountable yung mga offenders o yung mga gumagawa ng mga masasamang bagay dun sa mga bata. So, makikita natin na this Republic Act number 7610 promotes the welfare, dignity, and rights of every child in our society. So let us now proceed to the social workers play a crucial role in handling the issue of rape by minors. So these are the rules and skills include na ginagawa ng mga social worker. So we have here the support in counseling. So dito, yung mga social worker is nagpo-provide sila ng emotional support and counseling to the victims. So they create a safe, confidential, and non-judgmental environment kung saan yung mga victims can talk about their experience and feelings. So yung mga social worker is nagsasagawa sila ng counseling kung saan nandyan sila para pakinggan yung mga nilalabas na mga information or yung mga feelings na na-experience nung kanilang client. Specifically, ang tinutukoy dito yung mga minor. So, through counseling is yung mga social worker is natutulungan nila yung mga victims na makakope doon sa trauma, takot nila, kumbaga may experience or nararamdaman nila na hiya sila dahil sa experience nila or anxiety caused by the abuse. So, ang example nito is a 15 years old girl is na-rape siya. So, she feels afraid and nahihiya din siya na kumbaga pag-usapan yung nangyari sa kanya. So, yung social worker is hindi niya pipilitin yung bata na yon na sabihin yon. And kung magsasabi man siya o magsasalita siya, is nandun yung social worker para pakinggan lang siya carefully, kinocomfort yung bata, and help the child na para ma-express yung emotions and begin the helping process. So, yung social worker din is kapag hindi siya nagiging judgmental kapag pinapakinggan niya yung bata, like doon sa experience niya. So, nandyan lang sila para pakinggan ng mabuti at ma-feel ng bata na kumbaga safe siya na i-share yung experience ng yon sa social worker. So next is case management. So yung mga social worker, they are also responsible for managing the entire case. So ina-assist nila yung mga pangangailangan ng mga victims and create care plan para ma-provide yung appropriate services such as yung medical treatment, counseling, legal assistance, and protection. So, ginamonitor din nila yung progress ng mga child victim and ensure na necessary lahat yung pinaprovide nila na mga services. So, yung example nito is halimbawa, yung social worker, after receiving a report of sexual abuse, is ina-arrange nila yung mga medical examination, yung mga psychological counseling, temporary shelter ng bata if kailangan. So, while the case is being investigated. So, kumaga, andyan sila para i-provide yung mga kailangan ng bata after receiving no report of sexual abuse. So next naman is the advocacy. So social worker act as advocate for the victim. So mga social worker andyan sila para i-advocate yung mga victim to ensure that the victim rights are protected then. So they also help yung mga victim na ma-understand yung mga legal procedure and access services they need. So, kumbaga sinasabi ng mga social worker o ina-aware ng mga social worker yung mga victim nung kumbaga rights nila at yung mga available resources na pwede nilang matanggap or pwede nilang lapitan kapag may kailangan sila. So they may also assist the victim during police investigating or court hearing. So nandyan yung social worker sa tabi ng victim para i-assist sila. So ang example nito is halimbawa yung social worker is tinulungan niya yung child victim para mag-file ng reklamo or complaint with the police and ini-ensure nito na yung bata receive legal protection under the Republic Act number 7610 in the Philippines. So, next is the collaboration. So, dito naman is yung social worker work together with different professionals. So, hindi lang siya mag-isa sa pag-handle ng case ng bata. So, ang mga pwede niyang maka-work dito is yung mga police officers, doctors, psychologists, and yung mga child protection agency para maka-provide ng complete support doon sa victim at para din ma-ensure talaga na ma-provide yung pangangailangan ng victim. So, nakakaroon sila ng teamwork dito at ensure that the victim receive holistic care including yung medical, psychological, and legal assistance. So, ang example nito is halimbawa yung social worker is nakipag-coordinate siya sa DSWD and pati yung mga police officer o doctor para ma-make sure na yung child is nakaka-receive siya ng protection and at the same time yung medical treatment and counseling. So next is the prevention and education. So dito naman yung mga social worker is tumutulong din sila para ma-prevent yung sexual abuse by educating communities, yung mga families and children about children's right, consent, and yung safe behavior. So nagko-conduct sila ng mga seminars sa communities, school programs, and community awareness campaigns para ma-reduce yung cases ng abuse. So, ang example nito is halimbawa yung social worker is nag-conduct siya ng school seminar. So, doon is tinuturuan niya yung mga estudyante ng mga yung pag-respect ng boundaries, yung personal safety, pati na rin halimbawa may nakita yung mga student na or may alam sila na nangyaring abuse. So, tinuturuan ng mga social worker kung paano ba i-report yung abuse na yon. So next or last is the trauma-informed care. So dito, yung mga social worker is gumagamit sila ng trauma-informed approaches, meaning, kumbaga, they understand na yung victim may experience fear, emotional distress, or psychological trauma. So, ini-ensure nila na yung actions nila and yung intervention nila, yung mga social worker is hindi nagkukause yung para mas lalo pang kumbaga ma-trigger yung victim na yon or ma-harm. So, kumbaga dito sa approach na ito is naka-focus na matulungan yung mga victim para maging feel safe sila and supported habang nag-share sila nung kanilang mga nararanasan. So, for example, instead of gina-force mo yung bata para i-describe yung abuse, is yung social worker is ina-allow nilang yung child na yon or yung child victim na yon na i-share yung story comfortably and gradually while providing emotional support. So, kailangan importante ito talaga na maintindihan mo yung verbally and non-verbal ng yung child victim na yun or yung client mo. So, makikita natin sa mga nabanggit ko na 6 rules ng social worker or yung skills nila is they play a vital role para maprotektahan yung mga victims of rape ng mga minor. So through counseling, case management, advocacy, collaboration, education, and as well as yung trauma-informed care is they help the victims para makarecover doon sa trauma na yon. And gina-ensure nila that the victim's right and welfare is protected. So, napakahalaga ng role ng social worker sa case na ganito. So, that's all po from my part. Again, I'm Nada Matano from BS Social Work 2C.